Hey everybody, I'm Kali Uchis and I'm going to take you guys through a 90s glam subtle look, and also I'm going to show you my skincare. I always feel like the first step to beauty is definitely feeling beautiful, and I like to incorporate kind of all my senses when it comes to that. So I want you to smell good. This is a really great oil from Osea and it's all natural. The next thing I would do is wash my face. I use a daily cleanser from Vanity Planet. Okay, so now that I've rinsed my cleanser off, I'm gonna put this headband on just because I'm gonna do a face mask and I don't want the face mask to get in my hair. So I'm gonna put this sheet mask on. I love this brand. I love all of their skincare products and all of their masks. Sometimes I use this jade roller when I remember or when I really have the energy and the time to do it. It's just good for your face. Get the blood circulating. You can go like this right here for fine lines that are around your mouth. Supposedly, it also helps define your face. That's what everybody wants, a defined face, as much as you can. I also like to, when I can, put a little mask on my neck as well when I do this. Our neck and our hands are the first things to age. I'm gonna go ahead and discard these. Now I'm gonna add these serums to the serum that's already on my face. So I'm leaving the serum that was already on my face from the face mask. I definitely didn't always used to be into skincare, and again, like I said, just pat. Just be gentle with yourself. This is sometimes what I put on next. I don't use it every day. So I'm just gonna, again, lightly pat it. And the idea is just to use whatever serums and whatever things that you want to use before your cream, because your cream is the next step. I kind of started becoming obsessed with trying different types of skincare when I got cystic acne. The moisturizer I'm using is Vanity Planet. I'm also going to use the moisturizer on my neck just because the same thing I told you guys, it's important to take care of my neck. And I'm going to moisturize my hands. Then I'm going to add cream for my eyes. I'm adding this. Next is our sunscreen. I'm using cream again. I try to wear sunscreen every day. I'm not gonna say that I always put it on. Now, as I let all that seep into my skin, I'm gonna use this Fenty exfoliator. And now that we've already put so much other stuff on our lips, and our lips have kind of taken that in, our lips might have gotten a little soggy. We don't want them to be soggy at all. And then I'm gonna wipe that off. For my first layer of what I'm gonna put on my lips, I'm using this Dior Lip Maximizer. It has hyaluronic in it. Now to lock everything in, I'm gonna put this hydrating primer by Benefit. This is just gonna lock in everything that we did, and it's gonna make a barrier, the ultimate barrier between our face and the makeup. I'm not gonna start doing my makeup immediately because I kind of just want everything to dry for a second. Alright, so now it's time to get into the makeup. I razor the ends of my eyebrows off, so I usually just double check that all of that is razored before I start. And this is usually when I brush my eyelashes too, if I need to, make sure all the little loose ends are out. Now we're gonna get into foundation. I'm gonna take my foundation brush and I'm gonna create a little concoction right here because I like to just match whatever skin tone and kind of just make my own little thing. So I'm really loving Huda Beauty right now. Started by a woman and she seems cool, so I usually do a few different tones and I just kind of blend them as I see fit to, what complexion. I'm gonna add this Kevin Aquan. Kevin Aquan you can kind of always depend on when it comes to makeup. And this is just going to give it a little bit of glow in your foundation. It's very subtle. Let's start putting the foundation on. Just do like you would blend anything else. Just think of blending using a brush if you're a painter, or you know, this is literally art. Yeah. That's going on really nice. And I'm gonna get in here too. And it's okay if you cover your eyebrows a little bit because we're gonna draw those holes on anyway, so. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this because it's starting to get a little bit of makeup on it anyway. This is my favorite concealer. It's by Joyer. So I'm gonna take the extra step and I'm gonna set underneath my eyes. Not everybody likes to do this. I like to do this because I enjoy baking and I enjoy how it makes my face look. And I try to just do it in like an upside down triangle type of shape. Just a little bit of bridge here. I'm gonna also put this over the mouth and on top of where the lip line goes a bit. And this is just gonna help when we do our lip liner for the lip liner to really, really pop. Then we're gonna let that, it's called baking. We're gonna let that sit for a little bit and let it bake. Maybe you could take this time to, you know, really feel yourself, you know, appreciate the work that you've done, how far you've come on this face. And when you're ready, you're gonna brush. I would use like a soft brush, everything soft, always gentle, and just wipe. Now we're gonna move on to contour. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mix a couple of them. I'm just gonna go along the bridge of this nose like that. And I'm gonna do it strong at first. I like to go right here, there, and I like to do a little bit right here. Most mascaras, you know, do the trick. I love mascaras that have this type of brush because it's just thicker, it's fuller. Today I'm using Dior Show. Oh. They just give you that doll look. So see, I just went really dolly. You can see the difference yourself. I love that. And we're gonna get into this cheek contour. My first tour, I didn't even have a green room. I just used to do my makeup in the public restroom. And people would come in and be like, aren't you performing? Lastly, we're gonna add a little bit of contour to this jaw because we really want her to define. We can get started on the eyebrow. So this is Benefit again. I like pomades. I don't know, something about a good pomade I just really find satisfying. So we're gonna just kind of go on top of what we might have covered. And like I said, I like to kind of arch them up. So again, everybody's face is different. Your eyebrow shape should totally be based off of what type of face shape you have or the look you're going for. Oh, that arch is really, really arched. Now I'm gonna do a cut crease on my eyes because I love cut creases, and we're gonna make it brown. So today we're just gonna use Scotch artist tape for curves. Like I said, we're doing art here. This is art, it's very serious. Artists at work. So you guys know I like to mix everything. I'm gonna mix a little bit of Joyer again, And this palette is also really nice for it, and it's a Dior palette. For this, I like to use a bristle brush that's kind of flat. Graphic design is my passion. So the effect the tape should have had would be just to leave a strong cut. I'll do it the same to this side. It's a pretty subtle cut crease, to be honest. We're gonna add to it. So I'm gonna use the same brush, and I'm kind of just gonna softly come out and blend. We're just enunciating your beauty. I'm gonna brighten up the areas of the eye that naturally should be brighter here, under here. Just gonna add my beauty mark because it's there already. I want to bring her back out because she got covered by the makeup. Yeah, that's nice. I'm gonna get into lip liner. I love lip liners that don't have red undertones. And a lot of times you will see that with brown lip liners, the red undertone, and I really do not like that. So we're just gonna go all around our lip, and I like to try to define this Cupid's bow. Don't do too much, just use what you have, because everybody's beautiful in their own way. On the base of my lips, I'm gonna use this. I love MAC lipsticks because they smell really good. And I told you, I'm big on scents. I want to give gradient to this lip. That's the idea of the 90s look. So this is Queen Cosmetics, my friend. You know, support small business. I'm also gonna add a little bit of this to give it a metallic feel, because metallic lips just feel very retro to me, and I love them. I love the metallic lips. So I'm gonna do too much. I'm gonna blend again. Lastly, on the very top of my lid, I'm gonna add a little bit of this Fenty Beauty. It's my favorite lip gloss. For my eyeliner, I'm gonna use the same things that I used on my lip. I'm just gonna add a little bit of brown. Okay, so you see how that line and that line just kind of brought the eye back into this little sex kitten things going on. We're going for baby doll sex kitten, 90s goddess. I'm gonna add blush now because all angels wear blush. This one's called Delight Me, this one's called Romance, and I want to be romanced and I want to be delighted, so I'm just gonna use a little bit of both. Nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna add it right here, and that feels like a good amount of blush to me. So we're gonna get into our highlight. I'm gonna kind of mix them up a little bit. I really like how the highlight is looking, so to make it look even more wet, I'm gonna add a little bit of gloss to the eyelid. I have this clear Fenty lip gloss. I'm just gonna put that on the lid. See how that came out? I like that. I like that. Last, I'm gonna add my final contour because I didn't do any contour to my forehead, and you want to just add that dimension a little bit, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of bronzer. So now I'm gonna do body. This is called Moon Milk, and it's by this brand called Kali. I have this body brush by Fenty Beauty, and I'm gonna add my oils. I like to add a little bit of highlight right here on the clavicles and on the top of the shoulder as well. Wow, she's wet, she's glowing, she's golden. So for my last step, I'm finally just gonna spray myself all over with rose water so everything stays. And we're all done. Thank you guys for watching my 90s meets modern tutorial. I hope you feel like a glowing goddess. I hope you learned something. I hope it was a peaceful experience for you. Thank you, Vogue, for having me.